Hello and welcome to Value Chain TV News Update. I am Ese Ufoma with the news. And on the news update, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has announced that the presidential initiative to deploy compressed natural gas mass transit buses will lead to a reduction of over 50% in transport costs. In a statement to journalists, Idris urged Nigerians to see the initiative as a relief introduced by the Tinubu administration to alleviate the economic challenges stemming from subsidy removal. The House of Representatives Special Committee on Oil Theft has said it will join hands with the armed forces and other paramilitary agencies to tackle the crude oil theft in the country. Chairman of the committee, Hassan Ado Doguwa, made the pledge when he led other members of the committee on a courtesy visit to the Chief of Defense Staff over the weekend. Doguwa assured that the House of Reps would continuously subject the Petroleum Industry Act to further legislative scrutiny and amendment to provide an efficient, enabling environment for effective security operations. A leading commodities exchange in Nigeria, Afex, has hinted of significant price increase for maize and paddy rice in 2024. This is part of the highlights of its recent report released in Lagos, which indicates a 25% rise in maize prices and 40% increase in paddy rice prices. The report, however, predicts a global downward trend in commodity prices for 2024, which it says would be influenced by improved supplies and the expiration of certain trade policies. Few hours after Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger opted out of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, the sub-regional body has announced that it is ready for a negotiated solution. The three countries in opposition have formed a counterforce called Alliance of Sahel States against the regional bloc after the overthrow of the democratically elected government in Niger, raising concerns about the economic integration of the sub-region. Chap Moses completes the report.
The recent decision of the three member states to opt out of ECOWAS has been an issue of concern to the leadership of the body and to many observers and analysts. In an exclusive interview with Value Chain TV, a public affairs analyst, Mohamed Babangida, shares the economic implication of this decision on the African region.
Well, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger happen to be members of ECOWAS countries. There is no justifiable reason opting out of ECOWAS. The wave of coups and counter-coups in sub-Saharan Africa is deplorable. As well as there cannot be any good reason for them to have, they don't have the prerogative power to put themselves out of ECOWAS. But as they do, it has its economic implication as well. When we're talking about transportation, talking about commerce and all of that, there are all neighboring countries in Nigeria. And as we all know, the subsidy removal has really pushed a lot of commodities, prices of commodities up. There's a high premium of cost of commodities as well. So the commerce between Nigeria and Niger and Mali is going to be in a very terrible state. So I think the sooner the better they reinstate Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger back to ECOWAS, because it's going to be a terrible situation at the end of the day.
Babangida has also urged the three member states to ensure they are reinstated into the body and not insist on leaving the community.
Well, let me reinstate that political imperialism in Africa has really done a whole lot of, should I say, bad things rather than good things. But it all depends on the individual countries. For instance, Nigerian, we all know we have some sort of imperialism in politics, in politics, and all of that. But it's not depends solely on these said countries, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, since they've been known for coups and counter coups. So I think Western imperialism or benefit from Western powers or Western region, because they have the prerogative powers to dictate and to decide whatever happens, either being behind closed door or not. But I think they should all meet up to their responsibilities and not allowing the influence of Western world to decide or to dictate for them. They are all sovereign nations.
For Value Chain TV, Chats Moses reporting.
Super Eagles coach Jose Peseiro has openly revealed his decision to decline a contract renewal from the Nigerian Football Federation, even after taking the team across the round of 16 in their last encounter at the 2024 Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. Value Chain TV asked some Nigerians their opinion on this development.
Yeah, so far so good. He has tried. I cannot disqualify him to be not a good coach. He has tried, because if he's not a good coach, he cannot reach where he is right now. That is to me. So to me, he's a good coach. I would like him to Nigeria. I'm pleading for them to just exercise patience, for him to just finish what he started and see the fate that God has for us for this season, or let me just say this AFCON. That's to me. Let them exercise patience. Let him just finish this thing and see what the outcome of the tenure is.
This our coach is trying, because if you can look at it, that the previous coach that we have been having, not that they have not been trying, but this Peseiro I think is doing well for now, because we are trying to assemble a Nigerian team. We did not have a team yet, but at this AFCON we prove our player and our coach. So I believe it should stay, so that we can form, or we can build a new team, a good team that we can use. Okay, we are going to qualify for World Cup, so we need him for World Cup. Even though it's not going to World Cup, even though it's not taking the boys to World Cup, but let him just stay. After this tournament, he can leave.
I think he's really done well, give credit to him. But again, it's a teamwork, it's not just him alone, the players, and the entire team, the entire crew, have, made it to be where they are today. So I think if he leaves, it will just be one man leaving, if they maintain this particular team effort, I think it will not be a disastrous thing.
They will do well also if they get a new coach too, a better coach. And for what you have seen so far, I see that they keep on improving on each games. If you can see from the first game they played in the African Cup of Nations, they didn't live up to expectation. But the second game they keep improving. That is where you can know a good coach. Actually, that coach is a very good coach. But if he decides to leave, it depends on him. You understand? You cannot force a coach to stay. So if he said he's leaving, then after the Nations Cup, before the next Nations Cup, we might have got another coach that can recruit the players.
As Nigeria Super Eagles qualify for the finals in the ongoing 2024 African Cup of Nations, the question on everybody's lips now is the Super Eagles coach going to stay or retain his titleship, despite all the enormous things he has done and leading the teams to the round of 16, now to the finals. The next match now will determine if Jose Peseiro will stay or go. For Value Chain TV, I am Kabir Lawal.
And that's it on Value Chain TV News Updates. I am S.A. Ufoma. Thanks for watching.